There are moments in life when everything around us looks normal, but something inside is quietly breaking. It's not always betrayal, or loss, or collapse. Sometimes, the thing that breaks us is the illusion that we were doing fine. And then one day, we realize we're not. The pain isn't the event itself. The pain is what comes after. The silence. The loneliness no one hears, even when you're surrounded by people. But imagine if there was a place, small, old, smelling of paper and peace. A place that holds you gently without questions. A place that lets you find yourself without pushing. That place is called the Morisaki Bookshop. And this story? It's not just about books. It's about healing when you choose to live, not just survive. Days at the Morisaki Bookshop is a quietly magical Japanese novel by Satoshi Yagisawa. It's not the kind of story you rush through to see how it ends. It's the kind you read slowly, so you can stay longer in the feeling it creates. Originally published in Japan in 2009, it was recently released in English, and readers around the world fell in love with that quiet, Japanese kind of peace all over again. If you love books about books, and if you're craving a gentle, warm story that touches something deep in you, this one's for you. Let's dive into a new episode of Story and Lesson. Takako is in her late 20s. Her life follows the perfect path: stable job, a relationship heading toward marriage. Until one day, her boyfriend leaves her for a colleague at work. Suddenly, everything collapses. Not just her heart, but her sense of meaning. She quits her job. She isolates herself. Days of sleeping, silence, and numbness. And then, she gets a strange offer from her uncle Morisaki, an odd, almost estranged family member who runs a used bookstore in Jinbocho. His offer is simple. Come stay with me at the bookshop. In a moment of despair, Takako says yes. The bookshop is small, dusty, falling apart in places. But it has a soul. Takako begins to read, not to forget, but because reading reminds her that she still exists. And in the process, she discovers her uncle's story. A man who lives alone after his wife left him years ago. He still makes her breakfast every morning, still waits for her. Their relationship isn't dramatic, but it shifts something inside her. Through him, Takako learns that everyone's trying to survive in their own way. Even if it looks strange from the outside, she doesn't heal overnight. But gradually, with each book, each customer, each cup of tea, she begins returning to herself, but as a quieter, truer version. Lessons that linger. 1. Sometimes the answer isn't to escape, it's to slow down. When Takako arrived at the bookshop, she wasn't looking for a cure. She was lost. And no one tried to fix her, not the bookshop, not her uncle. Life just slowed down. And that slow pace? It's what started her healing. The quiet, the rhythm, the books. Sometimes we don't need a breakthrough. We just need room to breathe and time to listen to what we truly need. 2. People don't always heal us, but they reflect us. Her uncle wasn't a wise mentor. He didn't give advice. He was silent, strange, and grieving in his own way. But in observing him, Takako began understanding herself without a single deep conversation. People in our lives don't always bring solutions, but their presence helps us ask better questions. 3. Places can heal us just like people if they have heart. The shop was old, unimpressive, dusty, but it was alive. Every corner told a story. Every shelf, every customer, every book. Spaces with honesty, even if they're falling apart, can still work quiet magic inside us. A safe place doesn't need to be luxurious. It just needs to be real. 4. You don't have to return to who you were, you can create someone new. Takako didn't go back to her job, or her old love, or her old life. But she didn't stay broken either. She started over. A softer, stronger, more honest version of herself. The goal isn't to be fixed. The goal is to discover who you can become after the breaking. 5. Books don't give answers. They open the right questions. Takako wasn't reading with a plan, but every book stirred something inside her. Not because they told her what to do, but because she saw characters who had suffered like her and still kept going. Books remind us that our pain isn't strange, and we're not the first or the last to fall apart. 6. Not all pain is loud, some of the deepest is silent. This story has no shouting, no breakdowns. Just quiet sadness, steady and real. And that's one of the hardest kinds. The one that seeps into you slowly and steals your sense of life. This book reminds us, silent grief still needs care, still needs healing. 7. Sometimes, strangers see us clearer than the people we've known forever. Her uncle, distant from the family, was the one who truly saw her without questions, without demands. The people close to her couldn't recognize her pain, but he did. Support doesn't always come from expected places, but when it does, it's often exactly what we needed. Days at the Morisaki Bookshop isn't a big story. There are no wild twists, no tangled subplots, but it's true. Like the quiet days we spend alone, like the soft comfort of a hidden corner far from the noise, like the book you finish, pressed to your chest, and realize you've changed, but can't quite explain how. And maybe we all need a couple days at the Morisaki Bookshop to remember we're not alone. And there are places in this world made just so we can rest and begin again.